It's only going to be in the low 90s or mid 90s today, so it's not as horrible as usual. And here's somebody pulling up. Just parking right in front. Really? What are you doing? I got more than 1 or 2 lots this time. Nothing to scream about, but a couple of things. Now the Dresden's to the left. Yep, it's the couples that have the broken lace. I was hoping these would fold up. It doesn't. They do not. Just the top part folds down. These will be fun to ship. That is a huge box. It said it was a big box, you know, on the note that was with it, but I couldn't tell from the picture. Very good. What is it? No idea what this is. New bath mat. Okay. No, this is not. I was very hopeful that this would fit in my bag. I'm usually very good at this, but I think, yeah, I'm going to have to, this stuff's all going to get crammed in the back. These, I think, will be cool once they're cleaned, you know?
They're not terrible looking.
Like there's pilling on them and stuff, but that can be
removed.
Yep.
Just time consuming.
Exactly. I'm going to sit this in here since we're carting this out there, but I'll put this in the front seat. That stuff's going to go in the back of the car, like in the trunk area, the hatchback thing. I've got stuff back there, but that stuff will squish in there around it. So I can't see out the back window, actually. That's common for me, though. I rarely see out my back window.
Yeah, there seems to be quite a bit on there.
Well, it's not just the stickers, the decals I can see around. I've had those on there since I got the car. I had them all made. And, it's not that. It's I always have a bunch of junk in the back, so I use my mirrors a lot. Yeah, we got room back here. Okay. This guy on the front seat. Let me get this out of here so you can get out of the sun. Oh. Thank you.
Bye, my dear.
I'll see you guys next time, I'm sure. Thanks. the post office. Oh, good. Okay, there's no grass out here. Does anyone see any grass? Anybody see any grass? Dude's starting the lawnmower. Whatever. Okay, I don't think so. I don't think you can mow out here. Hello, Fat Grandma here. It is Monday, September 4th, Labor Day. A happy Labor Day. Hopefully I will get this video edited and uploaded in time for it to still be Labor Day. But if not, then happy belated Labor Day. I've already recorded this once, and I ran into the same issue I had a couple videos back where it was pausing and acting very weird every few seconds. I don't know what the deal is. I think I figured out. I have another piece of software that I use to record or download, whatever you want to call it, movies and episodes of shows that I want to watch later, or so I can watch them. If we have, if our internet goes out, I still have things I can watch because I use a program called Play On to download and record those, the shows, movies, whatever. Anyway, the last time this happened, I was recording some stuff in the background, and I was doing it again this time. So I think that could be what was causing the problem with the video. That software must use some of the same files that my recording software uses. It's different companies, but a lot of places use the same drivers and things, so I'm guessing maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But anyway, all of that said, if you have not been here before, my name is Paula. I have a very small eBay store. I occasionally sell on Poshmark, and for the last 3 weeks, I think I've had one Poshmark sale, and I had one again this past week. I usually go through all of my sales and tell you guys what things sold for, you know, how much my buyers paid in shipping, and after that is done, then I will go into anything else that's happened in the past week that I feel the need to tell you guys about or share. I had a couple things. One thing for sure that I'm going to talk to you guys about, and that's buyers that I shouldn't even bother with, and I know better, but we'll get to that after my solds. Again, I've already recorded this once, so I could have momentary issues with trying to remember if I've already said something in this video that I'm currently recording, or if I said it in the previous recording. I was so frustrated when I watched it back, and I didn't even, you know, it just started doing it right away, and I rebooted and did all the things, and it happened while I was recording. So there's some conflict between the software. I'm obviously not running Play On in the background right now. I will finish recording my shows when I'm done recording my video for you guys. So hopefully I can get this edited and up. You may have seen some footage before this of me picking some things up at the auction. Not sure if I'll put it in or not, so if you didn't see it, I decided not to. Anyway, I'm going to get into my solds, and then I will talk to you guys about a couple other things, and then that'll be it. My first sale was a Poshmark sale. It was a Melissa and Doug Blues Clues and You Take Along House. I've had this thing listed for over a year. I bought it at one of the liquidation auction places, and so they get items from Amazon and Target and other, you know, big box stores, but there's usually some damage to the packaging or the box or whatever, but the item is usually in good shape, you know. So this box had the packaging, the box that this little toy was in, had some damage, not a lot, but
Anyway, it finally sold for $13. And I don't know what Poshmark buyers pay for shipping. My net was $10.05. So I think I made my money back on this. I'm not positive. If you guys have been around, you know that I don't do good with retail arbitrage, and that's basically what this was. So it makes sense that it didn't sell for very much, and I may not have made my money back. It's just kind of the way that goes for me. I do much better with old things, you know. Anyway, next item I sold, and this has been listed for at least 6 months, was a Wedgwood round covered vegetable bowl with the California pattern. It's bone china. It was 8 inches in diameter. This is a very rare item. I thought that it might sell for a lot more than it sold for. It still sold for a decent amount, but because it was the only one listed on eBay, when I got it, there weren't any listed. And when I just sold it, I didn't see any listed. So it's not like there's a bunch of them out there floating around. Anyway, it sold for $70, and the buyer paid $8.92 in shipping. I think I paid $10 for this in an auction, but I'm not positive. It's been so long. Could have been $5, because it was by itself. There wasn't anything else with it in the auction lot. It was either $5 or $10. In any case, my profit or my net after eBay fees and all of that was $59.13. Take $10 off of that, so and shipping, packing stuff, I made at least $40 on it. So, it's a nice profit. It would have been nice if it hadn't taken so long for it to sell. I did get an offer and I took it because, again, it's been listed for a long time, and it's one of the larger items that I had in my inventory, and it's just nice to get the big stuff out of here. Anyway, so the next item I sold was 5 Walt Disney little golden books, and these I have had listed for a very long time. I got them in a lot with some other books. I don't know if they've been paid for or not. It really doesn't matter at this point. They're gone. I got an offer on these. I had reduced the price down to $5 for these, and somebody offered me 3 and I took it. I don't even care. I just wanted them gone. They've been here listed for way too long and they needed to go. So at least I made my money back and I don't have to look at them anymore. The next item I sold was a coffee mug. This came out of my mom's kitchen, so it didn't cost me a dime. It was a vintage Iams cat food coffee mug. The Iams brand cat food. Anyway, it sold for $6.29, and the shipping was $9.47. It was quite heavy. It wasn't a huge mug. I mean, it was a little bit tall, but it wasn't like way oversized. But they paid almost $10 in shipping, so but almost $4 in profit because I didn't pay anything for it, so that's okay. The next item I sold, and these things are taking forever to sell, but it's another one gone. So, was a Boyd's Bear Trisha with Glenn Best Mom Special Occasion Collection from 2000. It sold for $6.80, and they paid $7.35 in shipping. I think I have 3 more Boyd's Bears figurines to sell, and then I'm done. I will never buy another one of these. I mean, unless there's a rare one out there that's worth a bunch of money and it has a very good sell-through rate, I will not be looking at Boyd's Bears again, because I had 2 lots of them that I purchased over a year ago, and I still have 3 of the figurines left. The stuffed animals have all sold. Didn't sell for much, but at least they're gone. I've made my money back and I've made some profit, but it's just not worth having them around. They take up a lot of room, and each individual one had its own box, so they take up even more room, and it's just, I'll be glad when they're all gone. Hopefully by Christmas the other 3 will sell. If not, they're gonna either get taken to the swap meet and sold for $1, or they're gonna get donated, one of the 2, because I don't want them anymore. The next item I sold was a Falstaff Yorktown set of 4 small salad plates. Have had these listed for quite a while. They finally sold for $12, and the person paid $12.47 in shipping. The next item I sold was a Coastline Holiday travel set of 4 mugs, Steckel Gracie China. And I'm not sure if that was the artist's name or the name of the company that made the mugs, but they were really cute mugs. I couldn't find them listed on eBay, but I did find some similar that I think were listed on Amazon. I'm not positive, but anyway, they sold for $14.99, and the person paid $9.35 in shipping. Hopefully they get there in one piece. They were really cute mugs. All similar designs. They go together, but they were different. Each one was different. So it would be handy to have if you had visitors or family and each person has their own mug. And at Christmas time, they would be nice to use because they had kind of Christmassy design on them. You'll see a picture. Anyway, those are gone. The next item I sold was a Scentsy Buddy Boulder the Bear, 16-inch. He had a blue vest and plaid with a blue vest. There was no scent packet with him. I got this bear in a lot of plush that I bought at least 6 or more months ago. I think it's been closer to a year. Anyway, he sold for $8.99 and they paid $6.22 in shipping. The next item I sold was a Mount Fuji Pagoda Warrior Helmet, blue velvet Japanese hanging scroll. This was 55 inches by 16 inches wide. It was older, it had a couple of issues, a little hole in one spot and a rough edge on one side in a little area, but it was still in pretty good shape for as old as it was. Anyway, it sold for $15.29, and the shipping they paid was $11.35. I had to make my own tube to ship this because I don't keep tubes on hand because I don't have anything that would ship in a tube. And except for this is the only thing I think that I have that would ship in a tube. I used bubble wrap cores and made a tube. Hopefully it gets there. I was very diligent about how I built the tube because I had to use 2 cores to put them together because it was just wide enough it wouldn't fit in one core. And then I made end caps, but everything is taped up, and in the center of the tube where I put them together, I used thin cardboard around the whole thing, and after I had already taped the 2 pieces together a lot, I used this cardboard over so it was built up, and then that was taped immensely. It should not come apart. Somebody would really have to try for this thing to come apart, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully it gets there in one piece. Anyway, I think I told you what I sold that for, $15.29 and $11.35 in shipping. The next item was a vintage pink oil lamp with the chimney. It was a 10-inch lamp. And then I had included 2 mini oil lamps with it. Sold those for $24.99, and the shipping paid was $10.68. I do not remember what else was in the lot with those, but I think this is one of the auctions where they start at $1, and I probably paid maybe $5 for the lot, and there were a couple other things in there, so I made my money back and I made some profit. Let's see, the next item I sold was a lot of 5 VHS, and these are the last of the VHS that I had in my personal stash. They were the Andy Warhol Frankenstein, Shadow of the Vampire, Addams Family, and there were a couple others. I can't remember what they were. I'll put a picture up here so you guys can see what movies sold. But anyway, they sold for $13.99, and the buyer paid $5.42 in shipping. Let's see. The next item I sold was 2 raised brass pillar dish candle holders. They were originally from Joann stores. They sold for $9.99, and they paid $7.35 in shipping. And the last item I sold, and it was actually 3 different items, but I sold them all to the same person. It's one of my viewers, Teresa. Thank you very much for your purchases. I would have had, technically I had 15 sales this week, but it's really 13 because I shipped all of her stuff together in one big box and tried to protect everything, so that nothing would get beat up. Anyway, she purchased a glass angelfish paperweight, and then one of the items was a lot of 10 Hallmark ornaments. They were all in very good condition, just a variety of ornaments. And then another was a lot of 6 bear-themed Hallmark keepsake ornaments. And so she got 2 lots of ornaments and the paperweight fish for $37.99, and that includes shipping. I just threw everything together and added it up because I didn't want to go through what I went through last time I tried to tell you guys when I sold a couple different things to the same person. So anyway, thank you again, Teresa. Hopefully I will see a picture. She makes dioramas and she uses some of the ornaments for those. So hopefully I'll see a picture at some point of one of the dioramas that she's made. And maybe I will share it here if it's okay with her. So that's it for my sales. If that's what you came for, then thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you want to stick around for me blabbing about random stuff, then this is the time for that. So I had a person contact me on eBay, and I know better than to deal with these people. I learned my lesson before, but it's been months since it's happened, so I got stupid and forgot. Had a brain fart, whatever you want to call it. And somebody sent me a weird message asking me questions. Normally, what you do in a situation like this is you block the person and you pretend they never messaged you. I don't know what I was thinking. I responded to this person, and I shouldn't have, because it was a total waste of my time, ended up being a waste of my time. I knew it was going to be. After I wrote back to her, I thought to myself, why did I even open that door? But I did. So anyway, the email or the message that I got from her was about this. I'll put a picture up here of the vase. I have a vase listed, and she says to me in this email, and anybody else who sells is going to hear me read this, and they're going to laugh because they're going to know I was a dumb, for responding to this person. Anyway, she said, if you could kindly let me know the width of the vase, please, and if there are any scratches or nicks. I'm looking for a gift to my niece that collects oriental pieces, so it has to be presentable. Also, it looks like something was glued, like dry flowers, inside the vase and then removed. Could you please put some warm water in it and let it sit for a night or so and see if there is a leak? Greatly appreciate. And then she signed her name. So I will show you guys what the listing looks like, because when I listed this, I knew someone was going to have to clean it because I'm not cleaning it. And I said that in the description, or in the condition of the item. I said needs to be cleaned. I think that's the exact words I used. I don't know. I'll put it up here on the screen. Anyway, a person, after I responded to her and said that I would check it, I don't know what I was thinking. It's stupid of me to agree to do that. Because I know what now, and after the fact, I know what she was trying to do. She was trying to get me to clean the stupid vase. I'm not cleaning the vase. The buyer can clean the vase. I priced the vase low for the kind of vase that it is because I don't want to clean it. Someone can buy it and they can clean it. Anyway, so because, first of all, why would this have a leak? It's a porcelain vase. You can see the bottom is solid. And I know what she was doing. She was hoping that once I put water in it, and why warm water? Why would you put warm water in it to see if there's a leak? She was hoping that I would break down and clean this thing because it already had warm water in it. Why not just go ahead and clean it? First of all, I don't have anywhere to do that here where I'm living. I can't just go cleaning, and it's a tall, skinny, the opening isn't very big. I would need a long brush, which I have, but I don't know where it is. It's in a box somewhere. As the whole time I've been living here, it's been in a box somewhere. I actually have a couple of brushes that I could use for something like that. When I move and I have my own kitchen, more things will get cleaned before I list them. And I clean a lot of things, but if it's something like this, it's not getting cleaned. It's going to get sold. I cleaned the outside of it. It looks nice on the outside. The inside just needs some attention, you know. And I pointed that out in the listing. But this person thought that she was going to get me to clean it. So I said that I would put water in it, and I wrote her back the next day, and I told her that it did not have any leaks. And I said, you know, this loosened up, the putting the water in there, even though it wasn't warm. I didn't tell her that part, but I said it loosened up. I said it should be relatively easy to clean this, you know, because I used a paper towel just to wipe the top part off, and it was coming out. If I'd had a brush, it would have been very easy to clean it. Anyway, her response to me, and this just proves my point, thank you once again. I personally love it, but it does require some work. And I'm not sure it will look adequate for a gift. Give me a break. I've done something like this before with paint thinner. Who in their right mind uses paint thinner on a porcelain vase that's vintage? Why would you do that? What brain cell would get triggered to think that paint thinner would be a good idea on something like this vase? Are you kidding me? Anyway, she said, let me think more, and in the meantime, if you have an offer from another party, do sell it. Well, duh. And she got blocked, and I raised the price by $2. So if she happens to look, she's going to see the price increased. I'm not dealing with this person. And I should have known from the first message she sent me, these are the kind of people that you don't respond to them, or you say, oh, I'm sorry, it's not for sale, and you remove it, and then you put it back up a couple days later. I'll have to come up with something that I can say to people that I don't want to deal with. But yeah, I should have just blocked her. She was a looky-loos. She wasn't really going to buy it. She might have had I cleaned it. And this is the other thing is about this kind of buyer. They're also the kind that will look for any reason. If the least little thing had been wrong with this when she received it, I would have gotten negative feedback, or she would have wanted her money back. That's just who this person is. And with the questions and the way she asked, why didn't she just come right out and say, can you clean this? Instead of, can you put warm water in it to see if it has a leak? Whatever. I can't even with some of these people, Anyway, my block list is bigger now. I do not want to deal with her. See, is there anything else? Oh, Flip is the cross-listing software that I use, FLYP. I've mentioned it before. I have a link below if you guys want to try it. They have a new feature that they've implemented, but it still kind of needs to be worked on. They don't really do beta testing. They just do things, and then they roll it out to everybody, and we're kind of their beta testers because it's free, So anyway, it's really cool. Once they get it fixed and it's working like it's supposed to, it's going to track your Solds cross-platform, and it has a tracking button so that you can click on that button and it will take you to the tracking page on USPS.com for any of your items. Once they've shipped, it will track that as well. So, I'll share with you guys once it's working. I'm just letting you know they've added a new feature that's going to be really nice once it's actually working like it's supposed to. But I will not pay for cross-listing software. I'm not going to. I mean, it would have to I would have to make at least half the amount of sales that I make on eBay on another platform using that cross-listing software for it to be worth it for me. I'm not going to spend $30 or $40 a month to cross-list, and that's going to be all my profit on the things that sell on the other platform. I can use Flip to get my stuff on the other platforms, and Poshmark and Mercari anyway. I don't do Mercari. You guys know why if you've seen my videos. But you know, Poshmark I can get, and I can do Etsy if I want to. I can get my listings over there for free, and yeah, there might be a bug every once in a while, but I'm not paying for it, so what do I care, you know? And the bugs aren't anything tragic that is, you know, life or death, so it doesn't matter. It's a cross-listing software. And I'm sure there's bugs and issues with the other software that people are paying for, so, you know. Anyway, if you want to try it, I have a link below. I do get an Amazon gift card. I think it's a $10 Amazon gift card if somebody uses the software and has a sale on another platform. You know, but I think that's happened once where somebody used it and then they had a sale on another platform. But it's a $10 Amazon gift card. So I'm just disclosing that there. It's, you know, this isn't paid, but it could be if somebody uses it and they have a sale. You know, I don't know. I was shocked when it happened because it's been so long I've been using it and sharing the link. I was surprised somebody actually used it, you know, and glad because they're using a free cross-listing service. Doesn't cost anything, so why not, you know? Anyway, okay, I think that is it. You know, when I recorded this before, it was longer. I talked about, I don't even know. I don't know what I lost, but I didn't want to go too deep into anything in case I repeat myself. So, I hope that you guys have had a nice Labor Day weekend or had, depending on when this video finally gets posted. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye. What do you need? He just will not stop today. What? What is the matter? Bored? Yeah, he is way bored, and he's driving me nuts. Fine. Are you bored, honey? I know, I'm sorry. Hopefully, we can open the window soon, or not open it, but I can move one section of the styrofoam so that he can at least, because I've got his cat tree up in front of the window so that, you know, when it's nice out and I can have the styrofoam out of the window, he can sit up there, and he does. He sits and just looks outside. He watches outside all the time. But when it got so hot in my room, I cannot have the styrofoam out of the window, or it would be 100 degrees in here. You know, it already gets up to 90. So I don't know. Huh? You have a lot of things to say. Are you frustrated, Simon? Huh? He's gonna pick at my pajamas. What is wrong? Or bored? I'm sorry. Poor Simon.